Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and today we're going to take a look at the dev update slash Q&A mailbag that came out last night. And I just have to say, this is why I continue to have faith in the developers, that they're trying to do the right thing. But first, before we get into this, if you're just now finding my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the newest content. All right, welcome back. So we're going to take a look at this Q&A mailbag, and there's a lot of good information here, I believe. And like I said, this is why I continue to have faith in the developers of this game. I really, truly believe they are trying to do the best for the game and for the community. I think a lot of what they've been doing is testing the water, seeing what the community wants and what the community just really dislikes or have a strong opinion about. If they weren't paying attention, then they would not have made some of the changes that they've recently made to correct a lot of the things that were happening a few months ago, and then the feedback that came from last week's dev update. So last week's dev update, there was a huge uproar in the community, and I believe it was very much justified. I was really hoping that something would happen. I knew that the community would voice their opinion. I voiced my opinion on last week's dev update, and a bunch of other content developers posted their opinions as well. And I think we were pretty much all in sync. And this is one of those instances where the community comes together and we send a message and the developer listens. And this is what we got out of it. First, Yondu's passive ability update. There was a lot of concerns around this. I never put orange material into Yondu's passive, so I didn't really pay attention to this, but they did make a change to the wording on the passive that is quite a bit different than what the previous wording was all about. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and go take a look at what the passive looks like now. I think where it was originally worded, it was a much better ability to put your orange materials into, but now that it only selects one or two random enemies, and if those enemies have a positive effect, then you will clear those positive effects and then copy those positive effects. But it's completely random, and I try and stay away from things that are completely random in the game. I like going for sure bets because I like building strategies off that. Trying to build strategies off of RNG, it's a crapshoot. You never really know what you're going to get. So that's what the Yondu's passive ability is about. Now the save squads here, this is really where I was hoping that this would go after the feedback and everything they got. So I'm just going to read this really quick. This was covered briefly last week, and we saw a lot of questions pop up around it. The biggest question being how many slots would be included and when would it be released? We're happy to reveal that Save Squads is currently slated to launch with 2.1 and will include 15 free Save Squad slots. That's awesome. 15 slots. There's a lot of different teams that you can go ahead and save in there. So that's good. This is the best part. We heard your feedback. So they heard content creators giving their feedback. Most importantly, they heard the community, they heard Reddit, they heard everybody. We heard your feedback, and we will not be charging for additional slots. Should we introduce more in the future? When this change goes live, you can use those saved squad slots to save your favorite team composition for use in Blitz, campaign, and raid modes. So that's great. That's fantastic. The only thing up in the air for me on this one is, should we introduce more in the future? They may just keep it at 15, but we'll see what happens later on down the road. Now, Magneto, we get a lot of detail here when it comes to the Magneto event. So Magneto's going to be arriving at the end of the month, and he's got a legendary event. And like with Star-Lord and Iron Man and Nick Fury, it's going to be a legendary event that continues to come around, which is great. We are going to need 5-star X-Men and Brotherhood, and I think everybody was pretty much expecting that because the X-Men and the Brotherhood requirement we've known for a few weeks now, so I think a lot of people have really been focusing on that. So we got Wolverine. He's available in the daily objectives, and if you've been doing your dailies every single day, you 7-starred Wolverine a long time ago. If you're just now starting the game, do your dailies every single day, and you will get Wolverine up fairly quickly. It does take time, obviously, because you only get 5 per day, but make sure you go ahead and do that every day. And then when he comes into Blitz, just go all out on him. We know we have Mystique and Villains 5-6, and then Storm, she's available in Blitz right now. And then she's going to be available in Mystic 2-3 when version 2.1 arrives. So if you don't have 2-3 unlocked right now, the node 3-starred, then you want to go ahead and start focusing on that. Juggernaut available at the launch of 2.1. With the fact that Magneto is going to be here at the end of the month, we're expecting this update to be fairly soon. Now, I did hear a rumor, I think it was a data mine or something, that the game is going to be down on November 6th for an update. So that may be the 2-1 update, and that's just a few days away. So Juggernaut's going to be available then, and then he's going to have his own raid, as well as a campaign event, similar to Venom. Then we have Sabretooth. He's dropping in premium orbs right now, and then he's going to have an event campaign available at the beginning of the new year. This right here is a concern that I have with this team. So we need 5 of these, right? Wolverine, Mystique, Storm. Those guys are already available. Juggernaut's going to be available in a campaign fairly soon, should be in a few days. And then you have Sabretooth, only available in premium orbs, and the event campaign starting in the new year. All right, so he's out unless you're going to buy premium orbs to try and unlock Sabretooth, which I am not. Pyro, he's going to be featured in a back-to-back Blitz prior to the Magneto Legendary event. Additionally, both Blitzes will give you the chance to earn Pyro Orb fragments with every victory, which is cool. He'll also be featured in the event campaign before the second Magneto Legendary event. So here's the thing. This is what's a little bit difficult, and hopefully we can give some feedback on this. Right now, the only characters that we have that we can farm, Wolverine, Mystique, and Storm. And Storm's only available in the Blitzes, but she's going to be available in Mystic 2-3, possibly next week. Juggernaut available at 2.1. So there is what? We got 4. Wolverine, Mystique, Storm, and Juggernaut that we're going to be able to farm before Magneto comes out. Sabretooth we can't farm unless you pay money for that, which is unfortunate. And then Pyro. Pyro's going to be available in back-to-back Blitzes, so you got to go hard. I'm sure everybody's going to go hard because he's going to be the 5th one in the team if you're not spending money on Sabretooth to try and get Magneto. And then after that, his event campaign is going to come after the first Magneto event and before the secondary one. We'll see. I mean, it makes it very difficult for people who aren't spending money for free-to-play players. It is making it difficult for them to go ahead and get Magneto. I have mixed feelings on that. I think from the first event on, you should be able to effectively farm every character that you need in order to unlock that legendary character. There's my opinion on that in the Magneto campaign. I am looking forward to getting him, but it sounds to me I will have to wait for the second time the event comes around in order to unlock him. So the next is an update on cheaters, and this is just saying, hey, we found a bunch of people using cheats or exploits, and we have banned them. And then with our 2.1 update, there is additional cheat detection to help combat players taking advantage of the exploits. So they're continuing to weed out who the cheaters are and get them out of the game, because those people really do ruin the game, in my opinion. Next, customer service. This, I think, was a huge thing because there was a big outcry on Reddit on this as well. A lot of concern over an interview and some comments that were made. Recently, some questions have arisen regarding how customer service inquiries are handled, and the team would like to take a minute to provide some insight. To help provide the speed at which we respond to our questions and prioritize players who are experiencing time-sensitive issues such as crashes, the team utilizes a tool called Help Shift. Now, this is really them trying to say, hey, you know what? We are trying to prioritize all the information which is coming back our way. There are so many people playing this. There are so many tickets created. I don't have a problem with a company coming up with a way in order to prioritize or separate the information that is coming back as long as they address it all. Now, they need a team in order to be able to do that. If they are ignoring feedback, if they're ignoring anything, then I think that is a huge black mark. But it seems as if what they're trying to do is prioritize and basically categorize everything so that they can respond effectively. While certain issues may be flagged as more time sensitive and responded to more quickly, all messages, including player feedback, are read by our customer service team before we respond. I hope that's 100% true. If that is, then cool. More power to them. Regarding feedback in particular, we encourage our community to continue to send us thoughts. Now, I know that I've sent thoughts through tickets and feedback through tickets. I know that I've participated in the MPO surveys that have come out, and we've got, I think, great response from the developers through those surveys as well. And as long as they're taking a look at those types of things, and I think that is a good thing. And so player feedback is removed from the overall ticket queue to be read, aggregated, and then shared with our dev team. If that's true, again, awesome, great, as long as the information gets to the developers. From there, the feedback is discussed among our developers, with some suggestions directly impacting future product updates and other items flagged to be addressed here in the blog. And you know what? I believe them on this, and the reason for that is because we've been getting a lot of feedback about what we feel should be in the game, such as saved squads and a bunch of other stuff. The offers that were just absolutely horrible when they first started. Now, I don't think that the company will ever be able to satisfy every single customer out there, every single player out there as far as those offers go. I think they've improved. I think maybe they can be tweaked a little bit more, but see, I'm one of them. But I think they have improved. So they are responding to the feedback that we are giving. So I believe them on that. And again, I believe that they're trying to do what's best. This process allows us to ensure all player feedback is read and considered while allowing our customer service agents to focus on replying to time-sensitive issues as quickly as possible. In short, please do keep the suggestions, concerns, and insights coming, and know that we will continue to take the time to read, discuss, and consider your feedback. Next, the last thing here is as far as the Blitz Retreat milestones, they got some good feedback on that. I enjoyed it. My alliance is awesome, and we were able to get through all 14 milestones, which was fantastic. However, again, my RNG luck is horrible, so I really didn't get anything fantastic. But it was a fun event to participate in. There you go, everybody. That's what we have for the update. I do continue to have faith in these developers and in this company, and I just hope that they continue to listen to the community and really make this game something that we all enjoy and that we all play, because I really truly believe at the core this game is absolutely fantastic. So there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you today. Just my thoughts on the dev Q&A that came out last night. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. Be sure to put them in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button and sharing your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.